All right. So recording has started. This is the August 11th, 2026 Rook Community Meeting. Welcome everybody to the new, I thought we had done this last month, but I guess not. This must be the first month that we are on the new CNCF provided Zoom account. So we have an agenda item to remind folks to register and join for it later. We'll get into that. First things first, let's get into our milestone checkups first. So let's see. So last time we were all together was July 14th. So we have done some patch releases since then. Let's quickly see if there's anything worth mentioning from the last 1.19 patch release. I think, Travis, if you're speaking, you're on mute.
Oh yeah. So I don't think there's anything of note here. I think it was like 6 weeks or so since we've done the last patch release. We picked up a few things there, updated some modules, a few other small fixes. So nothing major, I think.
Okay, major. Later this, no, that's next week, I think. Thinking about doing a 1.19.9. See if there's anything on the project board that we need to talk about there. Are things done for that? Ready to
No, I don't
go?
think so.
Merged?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. There's some coming changes that Blaine, I meant to talk to you about this before this call, but without bringing up the details of what that is, we'll probably want releases for 1.20 and 1.19 patches in the next week or two. So the timeline for those we'll discuss and get back here on these notes, I guess. Um, but yeah, that I know it's vague, but we'll we'll give details later related to some security changes coming.
Cool. Sounds good. Let us know if you need any additional support to make sure those changes get out into the right place.
Yeah. And
Uh,
as far
let
as the 1.20 release, yeah, I was thinking it's been over 2 weeks now since our last patch release. Maybe we'll just go ahead and get the 1.20.4 out in the next few days. Oh, but I guess you've got .3 here first to talk about.
Yeah, if
Um,
there's anything big worth mentioning there, good set of bug fixes.
yeah. Again, I think it was mainly just picking up some miscellaneous fixes. At least I'm already forgetting what would be worth mentioning here.
Okay. So then let's see if there's anything on the project board then for the upcoming release in a couple days.
You have high expectations for the project boards, Jared. Or one of these days we might be more on top of them.
That's okay. As long as the releases get out, that's the important part, right?
Yep, yep.
All right. So yeah, so upcoming patch releases, and we'll maybe accelerate that schedule for some upcoming changes. All good there. 1.21, we're kind of getting in towards the back third or so of the milestone, I think. So let's take a look there to see what's still pending, what we want to complete over the next month. Doesn't look like anything is explicitly labeled as a blocker right now, so that's a good.
Yeah, we updated the roadmap for 1.21 a couple weeks ago, and I think I had all those features in the board at least at that point. So there's some things in the to do and needs updating the Messenger 2 is the default. Um, I don't know if there's any we need to discuss here, but the timeline I was thinking is mid-September potentially to try and wrap this up and get ready for release by the fourth week of September. That's the timeline I'm thinking. There's not a specific need for that, but other than just a cadence, that seems like that should work, at least from my perspective.
Yep, no objections to sticking to the regular cadence.
Hmm. Any other comments on the timeline? I think people are generally okay with the cadence.
I don't
Yeah,
see any angry faces.
I put question marks next to the tentative dates just because they're tentative, but we can shoot for those.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Hmm.
All right. Was there anything else on milestones and releases? Or we've covered that all for now?
Yeah, I just realized that
There's
The
a
version
typo.
numbers are wrong there. Let's see. 21.
There you go. Good catch.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's move on then to the community topics then. First, we got an update on what's going on with upstream stuff versions.
Yeah, I started adding some notes there, but ran out of time. Just to summarize what I was trying to say there. So the last couple of Tentacle patch releases, 20.2.2 and .3, they both had issues in the Ceph manager. And apparently there was a big change with how memory is managed across the manager modules in .2, and that causes a memory leak with the Rook manager module. There, a fix is almost merged for that, but that, yeah, it's a real issue. Disabling the Rook Manager module uh, seems to be a valid workaround. Unfortunately, that only affects the dashboard usage. I mean, it's not great that it has to be disabled for those using the dashboard, but that is an option. And in the .3 release, then there's another manager crash that was just reported, I think, yesterday. And I still want to test it out more and see how much of a blocker it is before we recommend that version or set it to the default version that Rook deploys. So if it's really a common thing, we may want to consider skipping this. But another option is just to disable the Rook Manager module, and it might work as well. So still investigating that one, but not real happy with
Hmm.
all of those issues. So I'd further down the agenda somehow got in the wrong place. I have a comment that we need to automate tests for the Rook Manager module to avoid these issues in the future.
Is that
Uh,
supposed to be under here then?
yeah,
Or
that's a good place for it. But well, I mean, ultimately, obviously, when we have test gaps, filling them will help avoid issues like this in the future. It, validating the dashboard basically is what we would need to do from the Rook tests, and that'll be a big work item is unless I mean maybe there's something that Claude can do to help us out, generate some tests, but it's something big enough that we haven't put any effort into it before. So something to think about. I don't have specific ideas about how that would happen, but I definitely want to detect and avoid these issues with set versions in the future.
yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And Claude would be more than willing and happy to generate some tests for you, I'm sure. Never heard Claude say no before.
Yeah, Claude, the yes man, as Josh
Yep,
knows.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's a load-bearing statement.
That's
Yeah, and
true.
then I guess a comment about Umbrella. So Umbrella V, oh, that's the wrong version. V21 is the Umbrella version. It's got an RC release out now, so I would think that by next month, potentially, that may GA. So with our next Rook version, of course, we'll want to support that. And no major, well, there's some important changes, for example, with erasure coding and pool migration between erasure coded and replica pools, things like that. That's definitely some great features coming, but I want to double check and see what there is we need to support from Rook's perspective too. Or I don't know of any specific yet. So we'll stay tuned
If I
on
could,
that. Yeah.
sorry, I'd like to chime in on the manager module topic. I don't want to derail if you had anything else here.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
This
I
one,
can't,
Blaine?
um, not necessarily the memory leak, but kind of
Oh,
just
the
more
general.
broadly like
Ah,
the
cool,
manager
cool.
module. Yeah, I can't seem to find how to raise my hand. I don't know if it's uh, related to the way that the meeting has changed, but that's just sort of uh, that's not important
Well,
to
feel
the
free to
manager
interrupt
module.
anytime you want, Blaine. That's okay
Thanks.
too.
Yeah, I know we sort of return to this topic somewhat often. Well, maybe not often, but we do return to this topic every couple years. Um, the Rook Manager module in Ceph doesn't, right? It doesn't get any love. It doesn't. have any active maintainers or anything. I do know that like Rado added something to it recently, but I I have been wondering for a long time whether it wouldn't be worth it just to entirely remove the Rook Manager module so that one, we don't have these issues, but we also don't have confusion about like what is supported, what is maintained, and there may also be ways that that helps the Ceph team itself have a better conceptualization that right there really isn't right if they want to support things in the manager for Rook they need to add high level interfaces like they can't just add right like orchestrator module APIs because our users frequently can't use them or just don't use them. I know we've also talked about making the module maybe read only. I know that it does kind of feed into the dashboard. Maybe that is worth continuing to talk about, but at least the way things are, even if we add testing to our CI, I don't know if that really kind of cuts to the kind of like bigger issues that I see, which is just there isn't actually any dedication to it.
Yeah, I totally agree on that. And I would add to it as well that someone from Ceph team was pinging me yesterday about who's the owner of the Rook Manager module. It was Yari from, I think she focuses more on documentation or not documentation. Anyway, telemetry. And because she's trying to help also make sure we have a relationship and we're communicating and figuring out how to avoid these issues. But yeah, if we could just get rid of the module, that would be ideal. There's dashboard integration, I guess that we need to have a discussion with the dashboard team and say, yeah, how can we either add tests on their side or remove it completely because we're not the right ones to maintain it either. So yeah, we should probably take that discussion offline, but it's an important question too.
Yeah, yeah, I'd be happy to chime in there. I think like the I am pretty certain that at least one point Ceph did have tests for the Rook Manager module, but those tests also weren't maintained. So they were like kind of like hard coded at some old Rook version that never got updated. And it wouldn't surprise me if those tests were disabled by this point.
Right.
Yeah, no, nothing more from me on that.
Cool.
Back to you,
All
Jared.
right. Thanks for bringing that up, Blaine. All right. Anything else then on Ceph versions and related discussion there?
No, I think that's it from my perspective.
All right. Sounds good. All right. So yeah, just a reminder for folks, since we did have some confusion on where to join here. We are now using the CNCF's owned account for the Zoom call here for our regular community meeting. So, on the calendar here, on the community calendar for Rook, you can, go there, see the community meetings coming up. You can register for it to add it to your calendar that way. When I was like right before the meeting, I was looking to like find the host key and stuff like that to get ready for this, and I saw that I think it was just me and Satosh that had registered for it. So it's probably only on our calendars. It's not on other people's calendars. So do register for it. So it shows up on your calendar. You get an invite, and it's easy peasy that way. And then if there are any, I think we had cleaned up the links that I knew about, like in the README, and I deleted the old calendar appointment and stuff like that. But if there's any old links are still swimming out there to the old community meeting, let me know. Point me at it so that I can try to clean it up as well. And then somebody added this here for the weekly design call to add that to the community calendar as well.
So yeah, I added that. So I've been meaning to ask you for the last few weeks. We have a weekly Rook design call, and it'd be good to have a Zoom link for that too. So I just should have asked you, but I haven't yet. So here we go.
So this is the official ask.
Yes. So that's something you said. I think you said previously it's easy to get another link, right? If we want something.
Yeah, definitely. And Travis, do you have access to the LFX Project Control Center thing? Like Blaine, I know you do, right? Because you were driving, like getting that set up with the CNCF, I think.
Yeah, I should have that access.
Oh, okay. So
I can double check.
yeah, I guess let's figure that out. Maybe I do have access, and anyway. Okay, yeah, Blaine and I will take that offline then, see if we can make sure we have access to.
Yeah, I am happy to create a calendar event for that, and there's no problem with that because I've used this tool before and whatnot. But I also want to make sure that you guys aren't blocked on anything too. So if you can't get access or you're struggling with it, and in any way, do feel free to reach out. We can get on a call or whatever. We can chat about it, async, anything. So that you guys are unblocked. You can do what you need to do and stuff. Just let me know.
Yeah, we've got an old Jitsi link we've been using in the meantime, so we're not blocked.
Oh, it's a word I haven't heard for a while. All right, cool. Yep. So reach out anytime if I can help. Next agenda item, I had this on here too, is that we had a bit of an audit of like our Upbounds, that is cloud platform, cloud spend, etc. And we found an old Rook project here in GCP. So we talked about it on Slack a little bit at the end of last week. And then I stopped the VM that was running and allegedly providing some sort of effort towards Rook CI/CD. But we believe that is old, stale, long time ago, not useful. But since we stopped it, I just wanted to check in, confirm with anybody. Anybody notice any funnies, any unexpected behavior?
Nope, CI is working perfectly
Sweet.
without Jenkins. We're happy.
Great. So we don't need it. All right, so I'll go ahead and like terminate it and clean up the project as a whole, like probably end of week or so, just to give a couple more days. But that's good. We haven't seen anything funny happening right now. Good. Okay. And next one here. Talk about interesting features. Bring this up on the
Yeah, I
screen.
added this note for Artem's nice feature hosty replacement. I think we've talked about it before, probably, but I don't know. Artem, anything you want to say about it?
No.
It's done. Yes, we're happy.
It's done.
merged.
Yeah.
It's nice that it's merged finally. It took a lot of time just to prepare a design document. Yeah. Looking forward for feedback or bug reports from community.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be useful either way for sure. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, maybe another topic I'll just bring up. Yeah, kudos to Josh for all of the cleanup and features he's working on related to Object Store and other things, and getting us all more up to speed on agents and all of that. So yes, thanks, Josh.
Thanks,
Maybe
Josh.
there's something you want to bring up too.
Nope. No,
Nope,
I'm
we're all good.
just looking to try and help get people onboarded as much as I can.
Yep, appreciate all of that work. So
Okay. Cool. Well, anything else that folks want to bring up? We're out of agenda items that are written down, at least.
oh, welcome, Michael. A few minutes late.
Oh yeah, hey Michael.
Yeah, thanks. Hi, folks. So, yeah, when I joined the original meeting, everybody dropped, and I heard see you there. And when I found this replacement link, I realized I couldn't get in without a Linux Foundation account. And then I realized, hey, I had one, and I was able to reactivate it. So finally, I made it. Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb the whole discussion here. I'll let you go on now.
We're happy for you to be able to join, Michael, and that sounds like a good example of the expression "wild goose chase."
Oh yeah, certainly. I was thinking about the chicken chase of the Rocky movies. It's just escaping so quickly. So it's a kind of test for his agility and like the boxing movie, probably Rocky. Is it the thing? It was very much
Oh
a
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, when he's exercising and his coach tells him to go and catch chicken in this small yard, and it's so hard. That was the picture you summoned by saying goose chase.
Yeah, and that sounds like you caught the chicken and you're here.
Yeah,
We
finally.
made it. Yep. And then I don't know, Michael, if you were able to join when we were talking about it, but like on the Rook community calendar here, you can register and have it on your calendar, so you have the link for next time and stuff. You might have already done that, but that'll be good so that you can see it for next time easily too.
Yeah, somehow I've got it on my calendar, and even in the docs, in the agenda doc, there's the link, I think. So somehow I
It
found
happened to everybody else too, Michael. Everybody
Sure,
else
yeah.
ran into the same thing, except Artem. I think me and Artem were here by ourselves in the beginning, and Santosh as well.
Right.
All right, well, cool. That sounds like everything then.
Jared,
Travis, any parting words from you?
question, do we have a link to that Rook calendar on the community meeting section? I don't see it. Maybe it'd be useful
Yeah, we have a link to the direct link to the
to this call.
yeah, to this. Are we talking about the README or in the agenda doc?
A link somewhere to the calendar that you were just showing, right? So we can subscribe.
And
We've got
that'd
it
be
here on the
good.
agenda.
I think I only got it in my red hand calendar because Travis added me to the invite. I didn't know how to get there.
Yeah.
So it would be
Okay, that's
helpful.
fine if it's at the top of this doc. Yep, sounds good.
Good for transparency and openness, I guess.
Let's see if it's I think we have the Zoom link here is what we have. But maybe
Yeah.
not the calendar itself. Could be a good change there. But yeah, at least this should be updated. Yeah, to use the Linux Foundation one, at least that's up to date.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. But yeah, but it would be useful to have it like if we add the design call to it and whatnot too. So folks, there's more visibility about the calendar.
Mhm.
Okay, I can follow up on that. All right. Well, yeah. Any parting words then? Anything else? All right. That
Amen.
sounds like
Thanks.
everything then. Good to see everybody. We'll see everybody at the next month at the start of the call. Hopefully everyone will find their way more easily next time. And looking forward to seeing you guys again.
Yep. All right. See you there.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
See you, folks. Bye-bye.